Hello guys, we're going to start here in just a minute. Just going to share the link here. Alright, and unlike last stream earlier today, I was able to create the ref off screen without forgetting, so that's all set, so we can just hop straight into the action here for UPW Undisputed 4. Opening match, we got TWN indie free agent guy Rikishi fighting Solo Sikoa. This Rikishi being a double champion, so this should be a significant matchup for Sikoa here. I forget. Well, Umanga, he's the son of Umanga, and I think Umanga was Rikishi's cousin, so maybe cousin, I think. Where's Rikishi? There he is. Yeah, double champion here. Children, yes, yes. Only some non-title action here. Let's see how this goes here. Alright, here we go. Now, Aubrey Edwards' bonus. Let me look here. So basically, with Aubrey Edwards, the bonus with her is UPW received 4 popularity points from #1 promotion, aka steal them. However, they have to have 2 of 3 title matches where the end result is the champions are new. Now, there's only 2 title matches here, so they don't have the benefit of the possible third. So, in order for them to get the bonus, both matches have to have new champions. So, oh, it's Walter interfering, aka Gunther. Helping Rikishi.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, I don't... Lineage, I'm a little confused. Oh, we got Roman Reigns coming down. Spinning solo. Yeah. Power bomb. Oh wow. Oh, throwing spike.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, Fabe. Wow, freaking chaos. Avoid. Got a 70. Avoided that dreaded below 70. Fucking RIP. Yeah, freaking Rikishi just got freaking destroyed. Okay, so with the matches here, let's see. IGW's first match was an 86. This was a 70, so IGW won the first match there. So we're going to move on to the next match, which is LA Knight versus Logan Paul. That match will have to give above a 91 to win the second one. Yeah, both, it's ironic they're both polar opposites in promotions, but LGC and Eli, they both, like, have great choices for video game music in their promotions. See how it goes. Whoa, cover. Out of hand. It's tough it's tough with newer wrestlers because a lot of newer wrestlers lose moves that aren't in the game, so it's kind of hard to port them in without using those kind of moves. So it requires a lot of experimenting sometimes. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I tried messing around with Move Editor a few times. Yeah, it's a weird thing in this because, in all honesty, this is really the only game with a real wrestling video game with a true move creator. Oh, is that Sami Zayn? He's helping Logan Paul. But it's so hard to make moves in this game. Yeah, it's tough, and it's tough to make moves in this game because you have to look at everything, and it can be very overwhelming. There are guide videos and stuff, but even then, it's like, I mean, there's so few moves that haven't been made that I want, and a lot of those moves are just simple, like, alternates to what's in the game, like, for example, like a front grapple on Prettier or something like that. Yeah, I know we want guys' finishers to be front grapple moves on default for easiness, but you know, it's hard to make like a move like the blockbuster from the top rope a front grapple move. It's just something that you're just gonna have to like mess around with the CPU to get it to happen. Like stuff like that is just tough. Ooh. Discus Lariat. Front grapple. I gotta see that again. Because I know the buckshot lariat, because 90% of the edits for the buckshot lariat are like corner grapple moves, but I found one that was a post move, and I got that because I figured, because he does use that buckshot frequently enough where making it one of the corner moves I feel like would kind of be eliminating a big thing from his arsenal. So I figured making a post move may make it a little bit more reasonably frequent. But I do remember one match where he hit it like 5 times. Yeah, that's fine, because he doesn't like that in real life. I kind of wish there was a spine buster variation of the front grapple, because I feel like it's a little bit more impactful, but it is what it is. I may have to touch him up a little bit. Yeah, I think so. Like 5 times. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think, I don't know how I have it. I may have it where that's, oh, Logan Paul with the win. I may have it where the rock bottom's the ultimate finisher and that's the middle one, but I may switch it because, oh, 90, wow. Almost beat the second match for mine, but not quite one short, so IGW wins the second one as well, up 2-0 for the night. Next match for these guys, for UPW's Osprey versus Lethal. Hi Kareem, how you doing? In the editing, it highlights as moves for pinning as the square X finisher, circle down and circle left and right. The circle left-right thing. Typically, I like to put secondary front grapple finishers in the left-right one because it'll happen more frequently because it's 2 buttons, so it makes more sense to have a move like that there. But that's a typical thing, but you can have it be anything. You have up to 15 slots to chain or put together really a lot of different things. It's funny, I do see a lot of edits when I download edits. I see a lot of edits put like finishing moves in down circle and not the square cross, which I find very interesting that they do that. Kareem. I get you there. Yeah, I think I will probably put the rock bottom. If it's not in the finisher slot, I'd probably put it there, and I'll probably put like rock bottom in like the left-right one. Kareem narrating some Jersey Shore for us. I get you there. I typically don't have a problem doing the 2 buttons, but doing the 2 buttons and stuff, because there's definitely times where I try to do the finisher and it doesn't hit quite like that. So I kind of get like putting it like that. However, I think in the game you can change the control scheme. So I think you could put certain things in different places. Yeah, exactly. You see, ah, shit, I fucked up. There we go. Yeah, exactly. And the default's perfectly fine. But if you wanna have a button combination where the finishing move isn't square X, you could mess with it if you preferred. Yes, it's yeah, it's see. Okay, let's see how this goes here. Oh, Kareem. Yeah, I can kind of see some people using that slot as like the super finishers, like a Burning Hammer to Kabashi or something like that. In terms of playing the game, now with CPU in mind, it doesn't really operate like a super finisher. It just, yeah, it's just one of those weird things that it can be a little tough to press both together. And the other thing is too, both the buttons are kind of flat, so it can be tough to press it both. If they were more rounded up or more 3D, it could be a lot easier. Which could be lots of crazy things. Yeah. Well, I think another thing that the computer tries to do too is the verity thing, because yeah, there are times in wrestling matches where finishers or big moves get hit super early on. So I think it tries to like mix it up so it's not always the traditional like rotation of like how moves come out. Yeah, exactly, Gray Man. It does happen to me sometimes. You really gotta hyper focus when you do it. Oh. Ooh, nice maneuver. Yeah, I kind of have that stuff figured out. There's some areas where I think I have it figured out, and there's other areas where I don't. So it's still a learning process for me. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I may have, if that's the case, I may have to go to some of those, I may have to adjust some as I go, because I feel like there are some instances where it's a lot higher, but ooh, oh, here comes Bryan Danielson. Ooh, we interrupted it. Lapel lock right on Osprey. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing too, like, ooh, nice maneuver. That's the thing too, that's kind of the reason why I try not to go too hard with the CPU stuff, because of how random it can get with the matches and stuff. Like, you can go crazy with the edits and everything, but at the end of the day, the results are going to be pretty randomized as is. So I try not to do too much with it unless it becomes really necessary. Like freaking the LOD, for example. If like a wrestler is too dominant or they're losing a lot. On default, it's pretty much what I do typically. I just think that because this game's based on like Japanese wrestling, I think that it views because Japanese wrestlers typically have like a lot. They don't just have one or two finishing moves. They typically have multiple moves that could be finishers. So I think it kind of goes to that kind of thing. That's why so many moves get used kind of early on. Ooh, lethal injection. Now, the third match for IGW, we got a 78, so this would have to get a higher than 78 here, which it might here. Little elbow drop. Yeah, I mean, it also kind of depends on the wrestler, because a lot of the times, too, if a wrestler has a lot of big moves in their real-life moveset, I may at times have to like squeeze some moves in certain areas just so that they have them in general. And it's an experimental thing too. So like if I notice that Logan Paul uses that buckshot lariat like 5 times a match, I probably should move in a different area. Oh, Jay Lethal with the win. But if he only uses it like once or twice in a match, then it's fine. Or if that 5 times is a very rare occurrence. I got a 95, wow. That definitely swamps the third match of IGW, so UPW is up aboard. IGW still leads 2-1. So we head to the fourth match. Let's see, fourth match. Yeah, that was a very good match. This next match is going to be a tag match. The Miz and Morrison. We take on the Kingdom. Now, I believe if my memory's correct, see. Mike Bennett is out this week. He won't be back till week 5. I like The Miz. Yeah, I like The Miz too. I think he's definitely proven to be one of the greats, in all honesty, especially when it comes to talking. I like that he's finally kind of getting some appreciation. I know they're building a program between him and Gunther. It's kind of weird because on one hand I wouldn't mind like Miz becoming Intercontinental Champion again, but at the same time I don't really want him to like be the guy to beat Gunther. I kind of prefer that to be someone younger, like Chad Gable. He had this thing with him for a bit. If anybody would have beat him, I think it should be him. Yeah. Yeah, like Miz is like really solid. Like you can need the yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's pretty established. But yeah, Mike Bennett is out for a week, so Roderick Strong will be stepping in to team up with Taven here. All right, see how it goes here. No, Brock won't beat him. Brock's pretty much done. Cody's the favorite, but I know. But here's the thing: now they start the shit with LA Knight. So now is LA Knight gonna be one to defeat Roman Reigns? What's gonna happen with Cody? Because here's the thing with Cody. I don't think Cody. The important thing with Cody is winning the belt. It doesn't matter who he beats. Kind of the same way with LA Knight. The problem is, like, all the guys who had personal animosity against Roman Reigns more than a title, all their stuff is finished with them. Like, they're all done. Like, pretty much all of the Roman Reigns antagonists have moved on to the Judgment Day. Like, no joke. Like all the protagonists against the Bloodline have all moved on all at once. It's very weird. It's so weird. Like, it's almost like the Bloodline should have just ended at SummerSlam or something like that. But it's like they're still around, but yet, like, everyone just seems to stop giving a shit. Yeah, no, Cody should have beat him. Plain and simple. That's what I will live on that till the day I die, that Cody should have beat him at 39. No, like, they're against Judgment Day. Like, all the guys that were going against the Judgment Day are going... No, all the guys that are going against the Bloodline are going against the Judgment Day right now. Like, all the Bloodline guys, all the guys who are against the Bloodline, they're not doing stuff against the Bloodline anymore. They all doing stuff against Judgment Day. It's like all of them. It's so weird now I think about it that. And the thing is, everyone, and when you watch those show highlights and everything, everyone acts like the Bloodline is done, but they're still there. That's the thing. It's so crazy to me because everyone acts like it's done when it's not. It's so weird. And I don't know. It's like they wanted to end the Bloodline story stuff earlier, but because of contract and shit like that, it feels like they have to keep it going on paper, even though deep down, like, everyone's kind of done with it. It's such a weird thing. Like I said, like, and this is something that somebody pointed out to me a while back, that the reason why Roman could also have been having this title so long is that it could be in his contract. Like, it could be in his because I remember they had to re-sign him during this whole early on in the story arc. And my theory is, he was like, I'll stick around, but I want to hold this belt this amount of time, no matter what. Yeah. And look, I get once Roman loses the title, he's pretty much done with wrestling. I get that, but good lord, I mean, like, how many good opponents are you gonna waste before you decide to, like, have him lose the title? It's ridiculous. Because here's the thing, every time they have a Roman title match, they always mention how long it's been and who he has left to chase. And every time they do, I think he's going to retain the belt. Because my theory is, because all the long-reigning champs are like a gajillion years old. And my theory is, they want a new guy to beat all that so they can start advertising newer guys. It was like the 90s, yeah. Yeah, exactly, because here's the thing. You could have done all the Bloodline story stuff, like, this year, after WrestleMania, without Roman having the title. You could have. Like, you didn't have to have him hold the title for all that shit. That's the crazy part about it all. Like, he's held the belt for so long, I feel like it got to a point where beating him was more valuable than actually winning the title. And then Jay finally beats him in the middle of the ring. And now I feel like the title has no value. I will say this, Cody getting that title to him would add a lot more value to it. Same thing with LA Knight. Yeah, no, exactly. It's not really, because he held it for so long that they booked themselves in a corner. So they kept booked. So in order to get out of it, they did things to a point where nobody expects Roman to hold, like, there's certain periods where he might lose. And if he wins that match, then everyone knows he's going to hold on to it for the rest of the time, no matter who he's facing. Like, for example, do you honestly think Roman's going to lose the title after SummerSlam and before WrestleMania? No, nobody is. Well, the tough part is, it's kind of a Pandora's box thing, because they're too far now. They can't retrace back with the show stuff, so they need their shows to have split belts now. They can't really have shows sharing belts because of the way they have everything set up and the roster they have and everything. Yeah, exactly. And at that point, oh, look at this, Miz and Morrison get the win. And at that point, he's gonna hold on to that belt to WrestleMania 41. In order for him to do that, he's gonna have to hold on to it for another whole ass year. So, yeah, and nobody wants to see that. But what are you gonna do? You know, I mean, if they're that determined to let him have that record, they're gonna do it, no matter who they squash along the way. And the worst part about it is, it may not be anyone's choice. It could be in Roman's contract that he breaks the record. And like I said, WWE, they may want a fresh guy to have that record, so when they advertise and do all their record keeping and all that crap, they can showcase new guys, fresh faces in the record books, and not guys who were last relevant decades ago. Yeah, everyone did, because the writing was awful, and Roman just wasn't a good babyface. It's so obvious he's a better heel. And they went with that, and it was great. I think their biggest mistake, and I'll stand on this till the day I die. I think the biggest mistake they made with the storyline is made his whole gimmick tied around being champion. I think if he lost the belt earlier on because here's the thing, even Triple H and Hulk Hogan, in their primes, when they had complete control over everything, even they lost the belt a couple times during their whole reign of terrors. And the fact that it's not even good enough for Roman Reigns is really bothersome to me. Yeah, exactly. 71 for that one. That does not beat the fourth match of IGW, which was in 94. So IGW pulls ahead 3-1. UPW is going to have to sweep these last two to tie. See, the best match on UPW side is a 94, and UPW has a 95. So if they can tie it up, they could win the night. So we'll have to see how these last. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't like long reigning champions. I just don't. Just because here's the thing. Long reigning champions only work if they work frequently. Like Gunther. And here's the thing with Gunther. I think Roman Reigns is a perfectly fine wrestler, but Gunther's a way better wrestler. Yeah, next one is tag titles. Edge and Christian versus Usos for the Undisputed tag titles. Well, that's the thing too, like, even the most... Yeah, did you forget that they were UPW tag champs? Yeah, they won the match against them to take them. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, no. And here's the thing. I'm fine with shows having their own titles. I get that, and I'm fine with it. I just think it kind of sucks because I don't think they should have too many belts. But if they're gonna try to have the woman division they're trying to have right now, like Damage Control now has 5 members. But here's the thing: you only have one woman's title per show and one group of women's tag titles. So in order for that stable to be a little bit more well-rounded, you would need more women's titles. But you don't really have the roster for it. It's in an awkward place where you have too many wrestlers to really do like 2 singles belt and 1 tag title. But at the same time, you got enough where you got people laying around doing nothing. Well, and I was talking about this before, because I think AEW should make Rampage a women's show. Because the TBS title that's a women's title is exclusive to Rampage, pretty much. So I think it would make sense. And plus, it would help them make it easier to, not solve it, but make it easier to book women's matches. Because you can just have an all-woman show, and as an added bonus, you can one-up WWE to say, hey, we did this before you did. Yeah, that's why I made the default promotion startup 16, because if you're doing if you're doing like... Yeah, exactly. The trick with tag teams is that, because personally, my personal favorite tag teams are the tag teams that stick out as single guys as much as tag team guys. Like, great examples are like Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, APA. Like, I like those kind of tag teams because they're a tag team, but yet they feel like, you know, their own person. I'm not, like, tag teams where the guys are too uniform with each other. They're not my personal favorite just because I feel like I like the individualism in wrestling. Yeah. Yeah, tag team, yeah, it's tough. Because if you're gonna have like kinda, I mean, even that preference only goes so far because the LOD is like a super awesome team. So it doesn't affect that in that degree, but even then Animal Hawks do stand out from each other. But overall, I guess if I had to pick between the two, I prefer tag teams where guys are more on the individual sides, like that even balance between individual and tag. Because, and from a booking perspective, it makes it easier because then you could book like one of those guys in a singles thing and it would be fine. Uso Splash. For the semi-main event, this match is going to have to get above a 93 for UPW to win it. Concerto. Ah, corner grapple. Uso splash. Edge gets tagged in. Lining up. Spear. Cover.
1, 2.
Ooh, almost had it. Ah, oh, swollen drop. I appreciate his enthusiasm. Yeah. You know, that's another pet peeve of mine too that I've been noticing lately. Like, I know people criticize like super kicks and DDTs being used as transitional moves. Ooh, Usos win it. But I've been noticing that people have been abusing the spear a lot. And especially now, granted, a lot of guys who do use the spear use it as a finishing move. So I'm more okay with that. But so many guys use it as a finisher. Like, Braun Breaker had this great moveset, and then now he's just, I mean, he does a great spear, but so many guys use it. Roman Reigns used it as a finishing move. Edge for the, like, in WWE alone, like Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley used them as finishing moves. I mean, freaking, and Braun Breaker's gonna be one of those guys. And when Edge was there, he was using the spear as a finisher. It's just, I don't know. I prefer it. I just kind of like when finishing moves are a bit more balanced out. I'm okay with, I feel like certain moves being shared finishers is fine. Like, if a lot of guys use a super kick as a finishing move, or, you know, a DDT or a power bomb, that's one thing, because it's like, those are big moves still. But it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, change it up a little bit, please. I don't know. That's just me. I got an 82. That does not beat the semi-main event, so IGW is going to win the night, but we still got one more match for UPW. It's the Theory and Reigns fighting for the Undisputed Championship. Again, as a finish. Here's the thing. When it comes to punches as finishing moves and strikes, I'm okay with it if they establish the wrestler's background as something to do with like boxing or karate or something like that. So it would make sense that they would use a move like that as a finishing move, because they're very like experienced and pro at it. Like, for example, like Logan Paul, the one lucky punch thing. Like, that makes sense because they established early on that hand of his has pins and metal in it and everything, and plus he was a boxer for a little bit or something like that. So it would make sense that would be established as a finishing move. Matt Riddle would have made sense. They definitely, like, despite his background, they really gave him a lot of like wrestling moves, which is a little interesting, but it worked. Yeah, he's a Lex Luger trunch. Yeah, it was weird because I remember for a while, like, his finishing, Lex Luger's big move was the bionic forearm or something like that, and he didn't use the torture rack for a while, which was very strange. But yeah. No, the biggest thing with Riddle is just I don't know. Like there was just a lot of drama behind the scenes with him. Apparently, that's why they got rid of him. And it's a shame because for a long time, I thought he could have been a big name for them for the future. He definitely had it. It's just I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Ah, okay. I hope he gets picked up somewhere. Maybe not AEW though. Yeah, AEW is, and the more and more it goes on, the more and more it's looking more like a mess. You know, it's just getting really messy over there, and I kind of wish that they would start like tightening it up a little bit. Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, it really is because he had plenty of opportunities. Yeah, I get it. I get it because you gotta make room for guys that are gonna be solid. I get it. It's just a shame. I hope he gets clean. I hope he cleans the stuff up though, because if he does and he sticks with his wrestling stuff, he could really be a big name. I feel like he just needs to clean up a bit. Theory. All right, let's see how this one goes here. Yeah, no, you can't. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. It's a shame. But yeah, I have heard rumors that they were gonna re-debut new tag titles, one for each show, which is incredibly long overdue. I think they're gonna do WWE tag titles and World tag titles. See, I like them going back to WWE and World, because if you're gonna have the brand split and all these different belts, like, you might as well have them kind of be more unique. Because if you still do drafts and you're gonna have champions switch, then at least they can go to the other show and it would still make sense.
Fight!
Oh man, you know, I've been kind of on a little mini MMA kick. I've been thinking about like experimenting with the MMA stuff in this game. I think the real question is, despite all that, could he handle Kimbo Slice? Now that's a different story. Oh man. I remember growing up, Kimbo Slice was a phenomenon. My god. He was everywhere. One of the earliest internet highlights. Yeah, it's weird because I think I gotta experiment with it, because I know in the MMA version part of it, yeah, I'm gonna have to experiment with it, because here's the thing, like, the MMA wrestlers I am gonna, like, have wrestle matches. I just want to see if we get a guy that comes in and wants to do more of an MMA promotion, is if they can do a series of matches and it's balanced out with the other stuff, like the SWA stuff.
1, 2.
And if it doesn't, then at least we know, and we can kind of build up from there. Yeah. I'll have to experiment with it. Ooh, Superman punch. I kinda do. Like, I had to do a lot of internet searching to find it, because I remember a while back when we had that issue with certain arenas not, like discovering that arenas had imbalanced audience scores. I did a lot of research. It was tough, and I still don't think I figured it all out. Yeah, this game doesn't really have that at all, actually, which is weird. But I think they did say that if you do MMA Octagon matches in this game, quicker matches do get higher ratings. Yeah. So I think I am gonna experiment with it a little bit. I'm gonna, like, I got some MMA guys, but here's the thing, like, when I do these if I do Octagon matches, they're gonna be bounced out like every other wrestler. So I just want to see, I'm just gonna try to see if they will work in a match setting like that. I don't know if they will. The problem with doing that is that it imbalances stuff. That's the thing, because when doing these things, I want to make it so that everyone can intermingle with each other as best as possible. So I'll have to experiment, because changing the criticals from finisher to anything else, like, is a lot of points, which means that, I don't know, it can make things really imbalanced if they go against other guys. So it's something I have to experiment with. I will say, though, I would love to bring in MMA guys to, like, this, even with converting them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing. Oh, guillotine. Oh, and he taps. Roman Reigns retains. Yeah, like, because GSW has Ken Shamrock. 63. Ooh, that's rough. But yeah, like, all these matches lately have had rough main events. Reigns retains. The ref bonus will not occur. And miraculously, IGW had the better main event with a 64. So outside of, like, one match, IGW almost swept it here. Yeah, that does feel low. I didn't think Roman Reigns was that dominant. But yeah. But yeah, we're gonna see how well this show did here. Okay. Oof, this one got a 79. That's rough. Yeah, cause I would love to have more, mix up the match types in this a little bit. I just want to maintain the balancing more than anything. So I'll just have to experiment with stuff. I'll have to experiment. Because here's the thing with the Octagon types too, there's no pinning in there. It's either submission or KO. So they will be longer matches. So I'll have to experiment. Because here's the thing, if anything, like if someone wanted to do like MMA style promotion, like SWA rules are like perfect. Because even though you don't get the octagon setting, you still get the MMA elements of submission and KOs and stuff, but it's still like a wrestle blend. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Yeah, it's something I'll have to kickboxing rules. Yeah, so it's something like I don't know if anybody will in the future because so far there hasn't been a ton of like new membership activity. Fear is the closest, but I haven't seen him much lately, so I don't know if he would be ready for something like that. Yeah, I thought about doing one for like a special, like one of the special 100 streams, but I might do it earlier than that, just because I am very curious in it. So I may have to. Well, the idea is the new ramp into TWN is being an indies guy, so you'd still create a wrestler and stuff instead of just doing YWA, you would be in the indies. And that's the thing, like even guys who are running their own wrestler, they can book indie matches too to get a taste of it, and that's what Fear said he was going to think about doing. So all the stuff is there. It's just people discovering it is the big thing. But that kind of stuff you can't really force, though. That kind of stuff just happens naturally. But the YWA stuff, like, it's kind of tricky right now. It's something that we'll have to go through during the off season, which we're about halfway close to. But yeah, outside of all, but yeah, IGW wins the nights. They swept UPW this time around, so things are looking good right now for IGW. So streaming schedule. Next stream. Yeah, that exact same thing. Because if I'm going to resume YWA stuff, it's going to be very... Thanks. But yeah, if it's going to be very different, and it's going to be merged with TWN, in all honesty, I think the working idea so far is because next season I plan on dividing all the promotions into divisions, but still use the popularity point system. And the idea will be is all the free agents will be divided up in like three in so far it's going to be 3 divisions so far, and all of them are going to divide up between the 3 camps, and the promotions in those divisions will share that camp of free agent wrestlers. So and it'll be a thing under it. Okay, I was just about to say there won't be any streams tomorrow. Because I'm going to be busy. There will be a stream Tuesday, but it's going to be RCW stuff. Because we're still waiting, because I need Eli's booking. Oh, just in the nick of time. Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. What? Yeah. Wednesday there won't. Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday there won't be any streams either. Thanksgiving, Thursday there might be a stream. I'm not sure. It depends on how the day goes. There might be one. But after that, but yeah, Eli, we're just finishing up here, but I do need your XAW Nitro booking for this week. So when you get a chance, you take it off. Yeah, it just depends on things. I might even do that MMA tourney stream that day as a special Thanksgiving thing. I don't know. It just depends on things. Okay, yeah, no worries. I think, yeah, RCW Pandora, that'll be Tuesday. I pretty much got everything set for that. So it's all set to go there. But yeah, in terms of TWN, just need your booking, Eli, for this week of Nitro. But I know you and DPS were talking about stuff, so probably talk to DPS first before you book Nitro to see if maybe you guys are gonna have a couple interpromotional matches on that. So definitely, okay. What else? But also talk to DPS too, because I can't remember if you guys were gonna book like those interpromotional title matches on Nitro or not. I don't remember for sure. And then then we conclude that week, and then we'll go on to the pay-per-view stuff. So far, it's your pay-per-view, Gray Man, and I have a pay-per-view lined up as well for that. So I don't think there's anyone else does. So unless someone else throws one in, we'll probably do those two and move on to the next week. But yeah, guys. Outside of all that, though, that's gonna do it for this specific stream here. Thanks for watching. In case you guys wanted to chat with anyone at the Campy Company, you didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab on our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.